this video, I'm going to tell you about some interesting story. Basically, I have two different kind of story with the same characteristic. The first one is story about space, story about an astronaut named Mark Watney, titled A Trip to Mars. And the second one, I have story about person named Chuck. Chuck was stranded in the middle of the ocean in a small island, but the characteristic of both story is the same, is trying to surviving their lives. If you curious about the story, you can watch this video until the end. The story is beginning Mark Watney during his daily routine to explore Mars planet. Mark Watney is an astronaut. He is walking happily on the Mars with his astronaut friends. But during his daily routine, the sky is getting black. And suddenly, a very terrible giant storm hits their base. The storm is very dangerous and chaotic. During the panic, Mark gets hurt and separated from the team. His friends search for him, but because of the heavy storm, they think Mark is already dead. And in the other side, Commander Lewis shouts and calls Mark's name like, "Mark, where are you? Come in. We must get into the rocket. We must back." But there's no answer from Mark Watney. To save themselves, the Commander Lewis told the pilot to force fly away and leave Mars without him. And after the storm finally stops, Mark wakes up and he realizes that he is completely alone on a Mars planet. Mark Watney thinks Mark is a very giant, empty, and red desert island. He faces a big crisis because he has only a limited amount of food, and also the radio is broken, which means he had no chance to talk with the teammates and told the commander that he's still on the Mars planet. However, Mark is very smart guy and brave guy. Instead giving up, Mark stays calm and uses science to survive. After discovering a base, he is fine, a potato. So Mark Watney think, how can I grow a potato into Mars planet? So he successfully grows potato inside the base to keep himself from starving. After Mark walks all day to fix an old radio so he can talk to Earth, and told his commander like, "Commander, I'm still alive in here. Can you save me?" In other side, when scientists receive his signal from the Mars, they are shocked and also happy to know Mark is still alive, and his commander and also his friends, Commander Lewis, in space, to hear that news. He is immediately very, very happy. And then Commander Louis made a plan to save Mark. So Commander Louis made a brave and dangerous plan to save him. They fly back the spaceship back into Mars in a very excited and dramatic ending. They are successfully to save Mark Watney that already stranded in the Mars planet. And the story is ending with Mark Watney is still alive, and Mark Watney goes back to Earth, to his home with safely. In this story, that we can learn a moral lesson, and that we can apply to our life. I think if we're facing a problem, we must calm, and also we have a spirit to never give up. Even we were in a bad situation, when we have a big problem, we must stay calm and think how to solve the problem. That's the story of the story about the trip to Mars. And then we jump to the another story titled Life on a Desert Island. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. The story is beginning with a person who worked for FedEx named Chuck. If you didn't know about the FedEx is a company that can ship your things around the world. During his travel in the airplane with a peacefully, a very terrible, a giant storm hits the sky, and the storm is very big and extremely dangerous, causing his airplane to lose control and crash directly into the deep of the ocean. It's a very scary accident, but Chuck is extremely lucky. He survived the crash and bravely swam all the way to small in the middle of the nowhere. When storm is already stopped, Chuck wakes up and he realizes he is completely alone he's completely alone in the middle of the nowhere. The empty island feels like a very quiet place, and in that quiet place, Chuck faced a big crisis because he has no food, he has no water, no house to protect him. To stay alive, Chuck must stay strong and trying to looking for another solution. For the first time, Chuck arrived into the island. Chuck is have difficulties to make water, have difficulties to catch a fish, to make a fire, but Chuck, very strong, he patiently teaches himself how to make a fire, how to catch a fish, and in the silence of the island, he feels alone. To stop himself from being alone, he finds a volleyball. He draws a face on a volleyball and he add some wood into the top of the ball, imagining as the hair, and named the ball as like the brand of the volleyball, which is Wilson. Wilson is his only friend, and Chuck talking all day with Wilson. And after calculating the right time to sailing, Chuck decided to survive from the island with Wilson. And finally, Chuck is made a raft and tried to sailing into the big ocean. During the sailing, and Chuck think, I gonna die in the middle of the ocean. Fortunately, a big ship sees him and rescues him, and trip him to his house, and Chuck is normal life again. In this video, that we can learn from this video, we may stay strong, we never give up of hope, even we have to survive hard times. We must to learn to appreciate the little things in the life we often forget, like food, like water, like warmth of friendship. That's it. That's all from me. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this video, and you can watch another video on the YouTube channel Pebriano, which is my lecturer. My name is Putra Pebriano Nurba. See you on another video. Bye bye.